Thanks, Nachiketa, for joining me to help our audience to understand the transformative potential of this powerful combination. We will discuss how it can streamline our administrative tasks, enhance communications, and ultimately provide a more comprehensive and valuable experience for both institutes and students. If you have any questions, please free to post in our Q&A section, and definitely at the end of the session, we will try to pick every question. In today's rapidly evolving world, education and assessment are undergoing a remarkable transformation. Traditional methods of conducting exams are being reimagined, and the education solutions, businesses, organizations are adopting new technologies. To streamline the assessment process, the integration of CRM system with the exam platform is one such innovation that has the potential to revolutionize the way manage assessments, enhance engagement, and improve the overall experience for both institute and students. So let's get started with our first discussion point, right? So what does it mean when we say an integrated exam platform and CRM in the education sector?
Thank you so much. That's been a lovely audience, and thank you for the lovely introduction. It quite no pressure, like I say. But thank you so much for having me at this session. Let's take a step back and strategically look at all the personas that we have in this discussion. So you have a product manager on call. So yes, personas will obviously be something we will discuss. So we have students and parents. We have the college management. We have administrators who run this entire process of admission, which is a very key part of this whole discussion. We at Mercer Mettl are extremely customer focused, and the customer is like front and center of every discussion. So, the students and parents are really clients of our clients, and the most pivotal persona to focus on. So, the kind of challenges that they face, if we outline their challenges, we'll be able to arrive at solutions very quickly. The most important one being that they need to choose the right exam and the right college based on their interests and goals. They need to be studying very hard for the syllabus that there is. They need to take mock tests. They need to revise these concepts. All of this is, clubbed with peer pressure for the parents and for the students. Then comes the administrative process. You need to start applying to colleges. There are logistical hassles of, registering for the exam, paying the exam fees, checking the calendars. There are different exams that people end up taking. One is on this weekend, one is on the other weekend. You need to book your slots so that, you are able to maximize appearing for all the exams that you want to appear. And taking the exam itself is another logistical hassle. You have to go to the test center. You have to make bookings and transport arrangement to reach a test center. Geopolitical factors come in. You have all sorts of things happening. Once you take the exam, then you're waiting for results. Someone will go paste it on a board. Someone will say, we'll send you an email. Someone will say, come to our college, go to booth number so-and-so, and, we'll tell you the results. So all of this is a bit of a cumbersome process, which adds a lot of stress and anxiety to the process. Then comes the leadership perspective, which is the leadership who is running these colleges. Okay, they've set it up with a certain ethos in mind. They need to ensure that these exams are valid and the quality of these exams is great. They're assessing what they're supposed to assess. They need to be a benchmark of excellence. They need to be attracting the right kind of talent to their colleges so that the end result is something that they have envisioned. And of course, all the students are obviously looking for a job. And this process needs to be fair and transparent, while innovating, adapting to newer changes that are happening in the education sector, because these are the pioneers. They're laying the ground and foundation of the rest of what the society is going to be like. So, they don't take this process lightly. Next come the administrators. Now, they are the link between these two pillars that we have. One is the student who's taking the exam. Leadership is thought of something, but how do you marry these together and make it a real process? So they have to design and develop this examination process. There are rules and regulations to follow. They need to ensure that within the framework of the guidelines that have been laid down by the government or the governing body, they need to ensure that they are within that. They need to monitor and supervise these exams so that they're credible. Obviously, there cannot be any cheating. They need to manage the logistics of setting this up and delivering it. So it's no mean job to, conduct an exam for 1.5 lakh students, 2 lakh students in one go. There's a lot of organization involved. And lastly, once the exam is done, they need to evaluate all of this, declare the results in time so that all of this runs like a well-oiled machinery. So what we have seen emerge as a solution to all these challenges that I am describing is really technology. And more so, like you rightly pointed out, it is a very rapid pace of digitalization that you see pre-COVID and post-COVID. COVID has just forced us into the situation where you cannot do without technology. It's impossible. So what really a CRM does is connect all these fragmented processes, combine them into one system using some sort of customized flows depending on who's going to use them in order to achieve this end goal. It's really these integrated solutions, that are the need of the hour for the education sector, like, you have at your end, which will give ease of use to all these stakeholders. Like data has now emerged as, liquid gold. It will help you take accurate decisions. You need to have all of it in one place so that you can consume it. So what a CRM and an exam platform allows an education institute to do is streamline this admission process from, like you said, from student recruitment to engagement to assessing them, enrolling them, and using one platform really for it instead of, all these fragmented pieces. So of course, the exam platform is a key part of the process because it's allowing you to choose who to filter out, who not to filter out, what are people's strengths and weaknesses. So I think a CRM can really help streamline these workflows, bring in efficiency, improve communication between all the stakeholders internally and externally, and obviously, most importantly, provide a seamless student experience.
So as what Nachiketa just shared, examinations play a critical role in the admission process of all the education institutions. While offline examinations lead to numerous logistical challenges, operation challenges for the institutions, these results in the broken experience for students as well. It is important now more than ever before for any institutions to be able to drive their complete admission process digitally and in sync with their admission platform. And that is most important, to have a unified admission platform. Understanding this needs while collaborating with the partners, Meritto has created a robust, scalable, and seamless plug-and-play solution to integrate with the leading exam vendors like Mettl and provide a seamless experience for all the stakeholders, including students, which can help and streamline manage to scale your admissions. In Meritto, we have an enrollment cloud that can solve for everything from inquiry to enrollment, which is specifically digitalized and designed to streamline and automate the online post-application process of any education institution. An industry-first initiative by Meritto, these platforms enable you to effortlessly execute your processes, accelerate your application to enrollment journey from conducting group discussion plus personal interviews, processes online for evaluating and shortlisting the candidate, from automating the shortlist merit list generation process, or while integrating your exam vendors, from declaring online results to managing admission fee payments and refund. These platforms help you to optimize your team bandwidths, improve your institution's brand reputations, and drive quality admissions on a unified platform. So coming to my second point of discussion, which I wanted to do with Nachiketa, is how does Mettl cloud-based online examination and remote proctoring solutions should address the logistical and operation challenges faced by educational institutions during the admission process?
Right. Thank you so much for that question. Actually, it's sort of flowing from the discussion point that you already made, that all these things need to be unified and come under one platform so that it's easy for students and for the administrators. So how Mettl does that is that we're a cloud-based online examination suite who has a great remote proctoring suite. Now, what that allows us to do is that it takes away logistical and operational challenges. For example, you can set up your question paper, you can collaborate and create all these exams, schedule them, assign proctors, monitor the candidates, generate reports, analyze the results, all of this in one single dashboard. And why it makes sense is the need of the hour is because it's secure, it's scalable, and very user friendly. So all these stakeholders' convenience has been built into the platform. You don't have these logistical challenges anymore of like going to a bank, finding a test center, transport, wasting time in all of that. The student is now in a sort of comfortable environment, and you don't have to do anything physically. It's all online. The exam is going to be absolutely, the integrity is intact, the validity of the exam is maintained, and you have a host of anti-cheating features available. So I think that put together with the scale is going to give you a solution that helps you to administer this process completely online, takes away the operational and the logistical hassles. I hope that answers your question.
Absolutely. So what Nachitiketa, you have just pointed out the solution that Mettl is providing against the challenge of online examinations. Now I would like to highlight the potential pitfalls on relying a separate system for exam management and student enrollment. Relying on a separate system for exam management and student enrollments through CRM system can introduce several potential pitfalls and challenges. I wanted to point out few of them. One is the biggest one, which is a broken student experience. When students are required to use separate platform for application submission and taking the exams on the different platforms, that's give them a broken student experience also. And if you're managing things on a different platform, then obviously manual data entry is required when using separate systems. The admission team may need to manually input the data into both the enrollment CRM plus the exam management system. This manual data entry process time taking, consuming, prone to errors, and potentially causing the issues with the student records and exam logistics. And then this creates a data discrepancies within both the system. Separate system often results in disconnected database, leading to the data discrepancies. Information about the student enrollment may not be accurately reflected in the exam management system, which can lead to errors, scheduling in an exam, and maintaining the records in CRM. And this will also lead to the inefficient communication to the student because you don't have runtime data within the system.
Right.
And the student, especially when using separate system, information about the exams, dates, location, any end moment change may not be promptly shared with the student, which will lead to the confusion and frustration within the student and plus the admissions team because they don't have the data at a single place. And this will create a scaling issues with the institutes as they must be managing their admissions currently or may suffice for a low application numbers. But as volumes grow, integrating a CRM with the exam vendor becomes a crucial for efficient scaling. And again, if you're managing data, you will not get the real-time information on runtime basis. Separate system may not provide information on student enrollment status, exam schedules, exam scores, and this made it difficult for both the admission teams and student to access up-to-date information on runtime basis. And that's also created a challenges in generating comprehensive reports and conducting data analytics. And this may require additional time and effort, which overall delay the admission process. To mitigate this pitfalls, many education institutions in India chooses Mettl to implement the integrated CRM solution that offer a unified platform for both students and the exam management teams. These integrated systems make streamline the processes, improve data accuracy, enhance communications, and provide a better overall student experience to the students plus the admission team. So against these challenges, now we will discuss how does the integrated solutions contribute to a holistic view on student journey from inquiry to application to assessment to enrollment. With integrated system, institute can create a comprehensive student profile that includes application details, academic history, exam performance, and engagement metrics. This 360-degree review will enable the educators and the admission teams to understand each student unique requirements, and this will help the admission team and student to access up-to-date information on runtime basis so that teams can counsel the students for better career options and also help the teams to generate comprehensive reports, show data analytics on runtime basis. So coming to the next discussion point, which I wanted to share with Nachiketa, in what ways even Mettl solution enhance the scalability of assessments and accommodating a large number of candidates while maintaining the quality of evaluation. As we have also discussed these points in my last points about the scalability. So how Mettl can help out?
Yeah, that's a great question to ask, Nitin. A lot of clients ask us that question because they think that, only few people can take this test online at a time. It's a good time to, demystify this, that, Mettl can conduct these solutions. Actually, forget me explaining anything. I think the best proof of the pudding is that who's using this. So we have one of the largest management entrance exams for B schools, which IMA runs, and it's a very credible body. They run over 20,000 exams for about 600 plus top B schools. Okay. Then we have Cambridge running their assessments. They're an international organization. They run about 8 million students across 170 countries. There are others in the industry. For example, there's Amity University, there's Christ University. Let me take a few more names and make it sound more credible for the audience here. There's IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, there's NIT University, Manav
So the list is long,
Rachna.
actually.
Yeah, so the list is quite long, and which is what I want people to understand, that this is not something new anymore. COVID pushed us into this, and everybody has now started seeing the advantage of digitalization, doing exams on scale, and the fact that all their information will be available. Now, this is not just local. For example, it's happening in China with Ghent University. It's happening in Malaysia with, say, the Financial Planning Association. Not to go very far from the geographies, there's UPES using us, there's Flame University, there's Reva University, and I think I could go on with that list. There is Asia also, there's PIP Unpad in LATAM who's using us. So what I wanted to highlight with this is that there is a great number of institutes using us, why they end up using us and why we are able to scale. The magic sauce is in a trifecta pillar, really. It's technology, it's people, and it's processes. It's one of these, if you use, it's not going to work. You need a well-oiled machinery of all of these to work really well. Why technology works for Mettl is because we're a cloud-based platform that can scale very easily. We have proctoring built into the system. There's live proctoring, there's AI proctoring, you can have human proctors as well. We monitor all three streams of the student, the audio, the video, and the screen. There are AI flags that are generated, which help a proctor in ensuring that it is a cheat-proof exam. So on screen and off screen, we monitor the environment as well. Okay, there's a comprehensive report generation that happens. We provide you with analytics. Nitin just touched on the importance of analytics in his previous answer. And we help you to dig deep into the understanding of who is the student applying to you, what are their strengths and weaknesses, their areas of improvement. And with all of this will not work if you don't have people to deliver this technology. So we have different kinds of experts who help you deliver. The first kind we have is the subject matter experts who help you frame what this exam really should be. What are the questions you should be answering? What are the topics you should be covering? And, validate that proper blueprint that we make for the assessments. The other team that helps you deliver is the operations team. We have a 24/7 operations team. They, help with student interaction before, after, and during the exam so that they have absolutely no trouble at all. Then we have a QA and compliance team who entirely audits this whole process from start to finish, so that there is a second eye on the people who are conducting this exam. And lastly, but not learning, we have a very, very high quality pool of proctors. They have been trained to find people who cheat or have the propensity to cheat and ensure that this program is run in a fair and equitable way for everyone. Now, if I just have people and I have technology, but not a process to bind them together, it will not come together with, the kind of secret sauce that we want it to. So these processes that we have laid down, for example, there is an onboarding consultation phase. We understand what the client wants. There's a preparation phase where we set up the entire online platform, integrate it with any existing systems the client may have, or if they're using Meritto, it's a one-click integration that we've already built. So it will not take you very long to, quickly get up and running. There are mock tests that we run to ensure that the student is comfortable in taking the exam. And then there is a final execution stage where actually the exam is delivered with full proctoring and with support services. What we do to close this loop is a feedback phase where we sit with the client, understand, share the results. There are reports, there are insights. The auditors bring in their reports for the exam controllers and the candidates both. So it is really this trifecta coming together that answers your solution as to why we can deliver at scale in a reliable fashion. I hope
Absolutely.
that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. So wanted to point few my points also in a similar line, which just Nachiketa just pointed out about the scaling of the student experience, and then the seamless integration is done within the platform on few clicks, that the student experience will automatically scale. That's precisely where the Meritto student admission portal comes in, designed to personalize and streamline the enrollment journey of each student. In today's fast-paced digital era, convenience and user friendliness are key, from hailing a cab or to ordering a food from any online platform or making a payment through UPI. The seamless experience are the expected norms. Is it not the high time we extended the same user experience to domain to the student of admissions? Yes, absolutely right. That's precisely where Student Meritto Admissions portal comes in, designed to personalize and streamline the enrollment journey for each student. With Meritto Education Solutions can equip students with powerful student admission portal, which offers a comprehensive suite of features. Here, students can effortlessly complete application form, process document, submit queries, make application fee payments, access all the communications, and that's Meritto apart as a seamless integration with the exam vendors like Mettl to provide a better student experience. And from the same dashboard, student will get the slot booking option also. Student can now conveniently reserve their preferred date and time slot within just few clicks, all from within the student admission portal. In addition to various admissions related tasks, students are now able to retrieve their even admit card and scorecard from the same dashboard. The institute can automatically distribute the admit card, scorecard to the candidates through various channels such as email, SMS, WhatsApp, and push notification on dashboard on runtime basis via marketing automations or by using drip marketing flows from system. This process is very simple. Within a few clicks, you can configure the templates in the systems itself, and the system will generate customized, highly personalized admit card and scorecard for students, candidates. Even generating scorecard from system is very easy. Once the applicants finish their exams from platform, Meritto systems fetches their results on real-time basis from the exam vendor. The system then automatically generates the personalized scorecards of each applicants, including essential such as exam scores, dates, etc. These scores are securely placed at the student admission portal, offering a centralized platform for applicants to access their results conveniently. This automations eliminate the need of manual processes of exam scores, laborious work with the Excel sheet to release results, ensuring quick and error-free access to exam results for both applicants and admission team. This is now, so now coming to the last discussion point. How does this integration ensures a student-centric approach throughout the admission journey? So Nachiketa, if you wanted to answer this first, even I wanted to share my thought on this question.
Sure, yeah, I think that's the key because that's the most important persona that we've spoken about. So I think why putting a student front and center is important is that if we have technology solutions built around this whole process, we can reduce the dependency on human resources, eliminate human errors, remove the biases. A lot of colleges like Ashoka, Plaksha, the new ones that have come in, which are very appealing to the student community these days. Why they end up using these exams is because we consider student community to be extremely important. And the whole thing works is because the exam is credible, secure, and scalable. The student doesn't feel a very, what do I say, an oppressive environment when they're taking the exam. We, sort of try and reduce their stress and anxiety as much as possible because the student is going to be taking the exam online. in a very familiar, comfortable environment. They don't have to face, the physical pressure of an invigilator or peer pressure around them. They end up saving time and money because they don't have to travel anywhere. They take it from the comfort of their homes, and there is no extra expenditure that the parents need to, incur. The other thing that happens is that their learning outcomes are enhanced. They get instant feedback, like you mentioned, the reports and the scorecards are completely integrated. So they get to know what are their areas of improvement. They can even use Mettl's test library if they want to improve their skills and practice, and depends on how the education institute wants to provide access to that. So test takers are a huge focus, and because of all these advantages, we have an entire team that we have set up called customer experience, which is really student experience. So the aim of the goal that we have given this team is that you need to ensure that you pick up all the calls, nothing should get dropped, and your resolution time for the first time, you should not have a loop with the student. You should be able to provide a solution to them in the first time. So our numbers on that are about 98% accuracy. So, we've put in a rubrics for it and a very rigorous process around it, that this first contact resolution is something we must provide them. So I'm hoping with, the student has a stellar experience, which is what makes them comfortable with this environment, and which is why exams can be conducted at scale online by the institutions. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to add a few more points which you have just shared. This integration provides a seamless experience for all the stakeholders, as you also mentioned that, which is for institutions also and for students also. For institutions, it is easy to scale the overall admission processes, streamline the management and scaling of the admission processes. Students benefits from the unified admission portal that simplifies the process through single sign-on, enabling students to effortlessly book slot, retrieve admit cards, participate in the exam from single sign-in, even reschedule if necessary, and access real-time scorecard. Such a comprehensive solution approach elevates the student experience, offering a convenience and efficiency. Simultaneously, it enhances the institute's capabilities in managing and scaling their admission processes, streamlining workflows for the benefits of all involved, actually, right? So that was the last discussion point from our side. So let's pick a few questions from the audience, I think, Nachiketa.
Yeah, I think we can see that there are interesting questions coming in into the Q&A section. So you want to take a go at it first? I'll continue to read.
So I have a eye on one question. If you allow, I can pick that.
Sure, absolutely.
Pick for you, right? That's great. So I think Mr. Neeraj Mathur wanted to ask how a single sign-on feature works and what are the benefits for the students.
Okay, that's an interesting question. So I'm sure this person has some kind of technical background and has been working on these solutions to be asking this question. But it's a great one.
I have also mentioned single sign-on, one of my
Right. I think, we have had these discussions around. So SSOC is nothing very complicated. It's a very simple technical service that allows a user to log in once and access multiple applications. So basically what that means is that you put your username and password on Meritto, which is the student, could be their email and password or any other username that they have. And they can access all the information in one UI. They don't have to separately log into Mettl, take an assessment and things like that. Now, what that builds for the student is that it will save them time and, sort of reduce the frustration of having to remember multiple passwords. How many of us have struggled with एक बैंक का password है, एक आपका, school का login password है, एक WhatsApp का है, एक backup code है, and then something for Zoom, and then something for my office, and another one for my office laptop as well, by the way. So how many passwords will you end up having? Okay, so we just make it easier and seamless and say, just log into Meritto and all of it will be there for you. Also improves security because, there aren't password thefts that you can do because we are already integrated. It ensures that the right student is taking the right exam. It prevents impersonation as well because Meritto logins are already authenticated. So the right person is going to be taking the exam. And it's, consistent across applications. So even if we want to integrate with another third party, we're not going to sit and build all the tools, right? So SSO just helps you authenticate that the right person has access to the system, and it just simplifies account management. So, SSO on Meritto and Mettl is just like a one-click integration. It's already pre-built. You can reach out either to Mettl or to Meritto, and we can help you quickly activate. Shouldn't take you more than a day or so to put it on. Actually, 15 minutes to sign it, and you're done by the end of the day, really.
Oh, so simple for the institution and easy for students also.
Right. Student actually has to do nothing. They won't even get to know that, this is happening on another platform or something like that. For them, it's very simple.
That's really great. As we come to the end of this enlightening webinar on the power of CRM with the integration exam platform, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to all of you for being a part of the discussion. Your presence has made this event a success, right? I would also like to thank Nachiketa from Mettl team for sharing valuable insights, real-world example, and the best practices. We hope that the audience found this information relative and informative and inspiring also. And we believe that the knowledge and the ideas shared here will pave the way for exciting advancements for the education institutions and the organization. So audience, if you have any further questions, or if you would like to revisit the session, recording of this webinar will be made available online very soon on every social media platform. Please stay tuned for the follow-up and the material resources. Thank you once again for joining us. We look forward to seeing the impact of the knowledge gained today in your education and the organization endeavor. Have a wonderful evening. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Thank you so much. That was a fabulous session, fabulously curated, Nitin. Thank you so much. And to the Meritto team as well for putting this together. You've been a great audience. Thank you so much, everyone.
Goodbye and take care, everyone.